72 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Off we go on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Connected with the tight end. That's fast. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
19 tight. Here we go.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down.
On the set. Here we go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Seahawks are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Rip, 23. Silver.
They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. Inside the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Got it. Ready? This is 24.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Hey, run!
On the handoff, and Allen. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. And this one is caught by Pierce. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And he'll take it on in. Braylon Allen. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. There's the big tight end pass. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
Really nice job here by the tight end, understanding that if you're not open, get open. And if you are open, stay open. He found a nice void in the zone on the backside of the defense, friendly to the quarterback. Nice pickup.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. It's second down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and
this one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Hey, I'm gun.
Now Lawrence. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
he decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion.
Here's Lawrence. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Let's go.
So we've played.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Seahawks.
On red.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time by talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal.
11. Hey, run!
They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Braylon Allen, touchdown Jaguars. That his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half. And just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he's in! DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. That his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Seahawks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They go play action for Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Allen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Red on red. Go, let's go. Here we go.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. And open downfield, it's Johnson. He is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Three. Smash.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to take this past the 45, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday.
Here we go. Set.
A handoff, running left, it is Walker. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. Now it's going to be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth 1st half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And he's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, A lot of the times, defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Kene Nwanwu now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. This one complete to Palmer. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Back to throw. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around. If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On first down, Lawrence. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Hey, kill.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Second down, Lawrence. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Easy, 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 easy.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, Lawrence. That is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Hey, kill.
Lawrence now on second down. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Lawrence. That one complete to Pierce. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here now, third and 5. Lawrence now. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Rip, 23.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
To throw is Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. On third down, it's Allen. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing. This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Hey. 13, Luke.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. Quick throw here is complete. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has...
That's in the end zone and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Metcalf. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. So, 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 61. We are back for the 4th from New Orleans after this. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. That's the 2nd time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 2.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
30 left.
Lawrence. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Come on, red. Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
On first down, Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition.